This is the world's biggest RC car, and in the last video, this happened.
The whole thing's twisted.
So it ripped the whole front axle out, look, broke all these links off. It's twisted the whole chassis. If you look at that, look, none of it lines up. It's all twisted that way. Engine mounts are twisted, chassis plates are twisted. So in this video, we're gonna go from this to this, and then we're gonna test it and try and not break it this time. By the way, you can win a brand spanking new one of these with the Taylor 71cc engine for free. Everybody is entitled to one free ticket. No purchase necessary. A few people complained before when I had free tickets because the only way to get a free ticket was to send in a postcard and enter the competition that way. But now we've changed it. So now all you got to do is hit enter now, put in promo code FREE, and then you'll get one free ticket and you'll be entered online. Now you can buy more tickets, and the more tickets you buy, the higher your chances are of winning a brand new one of these. But don't be put off, because I've still had loads of winners from people that have had only 1 or 2 tickets. Robert, for example, who won the $10,000 RC car mega bundle, he only bought 2 tickets and he won. Well, he chose the $10,000 cash alternative. So he won $10,000 just with 2 tickets. So you can enter for free, you can buy more tickets to up your chances. The winner of the competition can choose the car or a $6,300 cash alternative paid straight into the winner's bank account. Link down below in the description box. We're going to restore it and make it even better than new. Oh man, look. Right, let's get this thing taken to bits so we can figure out what parts we need. Problem. Oh no, look, in there where the wheel has deformed, it's moulded the hex around it, so I can't get the socket on there. It's not coming off. Oh no, mate. Yeah, I know, it sucks, mate. What are we supposed to do? I wonder if we get a bit of heat on there. Careful not to set fire to the bloody place. Ooh, come on, come off, please. Man, I don't know how we're going to get it off. Come on, please, come off, please. Oh, yes, we done it. So that wheel there is destroyed. So straight away we can see broken rod end here. 3 rod ends have gone on these 4 link bars here. Bent sway bar. We've lost drive to the front end of the transmissions. We've got to take that apart, see what's going on. My main worry though, we've twisted the frame. The whole thing's twisted. I'm hoping that these are not bent, but we'll see in a minute what's bent. Something's definitely bent. So I suppose I better get wrenching, fix it, and then we'll take it out for a rip. And hopefully this time, not kill it again. Let's check the chassis for straightness. And on the top, it looks pretty straight. So that's good news. Pretty much straight there as well. The problem's going to be on the bottom. Yeah, look at these. Look how skewed they are. If you put that straight edge on there, look. Oh my God, something is bent severely. And if you look there, look, you can see this plate here is actually twisted. And all of these are like that. Look, we've bent this bar here as well. This bar here is bent. I thought the problem was inside the transmission, but the transmission's turning. But if we look here, look, I'm turning this. Hexes aren't turning, so the problem's going to be inside the housing. Anyway, I think we've got to order some parts. What is this nutcase doing? Boom, there we go. Oh, catch just turned up. Boom, there we go. All the parts have turned up. So now, let's start wrenching. Then we'll take it out for another bash and hopefully not do this again. We want to go to the moon, but we've got to land these things nice and heavy. If you land them at a dodgy angle, that happens sometimes. So I've got 2 new side frames that RC Man gave me. They come off of his Raminator because he'd done a carbon chassis conversion. And I think all we need are these and these. Hopefully that's going to be straight again. So this is probably a little bit difficult to see on camera, but if you look down it like this, you can see that this plate is actually bent. What do you reckon, Ginge? Next up, we can see that this engine mount bar here is bent, and also the one on this side. So a quick way to get that fixed. Got new ones here. Boom! So there we go. New bar there, new bar there. I think these two on the bottom are actually fine. They look bent, but if you get a straight edge and put it on there, both of them actually perfect. I think it's a chassis that's bent on the other side. So now we can get the new chassis plates back on. Next up, I've got to change this chassis side. I'm not going to bother filming it because it's exactly the same. So quickest way for you guys. Boom, the stock bearings, they fail quite a lot in these trucks. So here, I've got some SKF bearings. They're really expensive, but cheaper to put these in than the crappy bearings failing and taking out the housing with it. So what happens, the bearing can spin in the housing and it melts everything. So this, I think, long term will be cheaper. So next up, front axle off. There we go, we can crack it open now and hopefully see what the damage is inside. Yeah, just as expected, look, that bearing there has failed. So that chewed up that gear there and then took that gear out with it too. So when I take out the diff, I always put a little mark or something on the side of the housing that the crown wheel sits. You can put it in the other way around, it'll go together, but that end of the truck will drive a different direction. Maybe that'd be a funny video one day, to do a 4-wheel drive burnout with a truck trying to pull itself to pieces. But anyway, look at all that mess in there, grease with metal in it. You have to clean all that out and then put some brand new grease in there. So the actual diff itself is actually fine. It's just the crown wheel that's gone. I've got the whole unit here because I'm lazy. That's a few times it's done that now. It's not a cheap fix. So expensive bearings, cheaper in the long run. Get a bit of brake cleaner in there. So if we look on here where the bearing sits, it's actually chewed it up a little bit. So we have to shave that little burr off so that the bearing can seat in there nicely. Boom, there we go. Actually took ages and it doesn't look the prettiest, but at least the bit that the bearing fits on, that bit there is nice. Next up, pinion off. Jesus, that's tight. That's what she says. Oh my God, that is tight. Come on, off. Look at that bearing, completely failed. Apparently, these are the best bearings that money can buy. So new pinion, 2 new bearings. On the actual diff itself, I'm going to use the stock bearings because I've never had any problems with them. Now I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on the bearing seat. You can get dedicated bearing lock. However, I haven't got any and I looked online. Apparently normal Loctite is pretty much the same stuff. Reason for this, if the bearings spin into housings, it's going to make a right mess of everything. Next up, fresh grease. Guys, trying to work on this with the camera in the way makes it 10 times more difficult. Can I ask a massive favour? Please give a thumbs up, please give a like, because it does help the video. This is normally easy when the camera's there, not. Next up, we need a new rod end to put on the end here. This one snapped off flush and I can't grab it with anything to get it out, so I've got to fit a new arm. I could get it out with a TIG welder, but I haven't got my TIG welder on me. Next up, we've got to replace a few rod ends, and then we can attach our axle back onto the chassis. Boom, that's the front end back together again. Next up, rear diff, nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to change the bearings anyway. It's exactly the same as the front end, so I'm not going to film it, I'm going to do it the quicker way. Boom, that's all in there. Next up, we've got to take out the transmission, and that's going to be a mission. Transmission. Oh man, this is a mission. And the camera being there makes it even more of a mission. Get it out, guys. Like the video, please, it helps. Come on. Oh man, what a struggle. Come on, off. Come on, off. But luckily, the transmission's dropped off and come out easy. Unluckily, we got this hose attached to it there. And I'm not going to take it off because it's more of a mission, so we'll have to try and struggle away like this. There we go, there's 2 bearings. There's a bit of a burr there. So We just got to file that off. The thing with these laminators, it's the most fun RC car that you can possibly have to use, but you've got to do so much maintenance. That bearing there, hopefully we can tap it. Sometimes you bang it like this and it fell out. So there we go, 2 new SKF bearings. It might be a mission now, but it's more of a mission if it chews up the whole transmission. We're gonna go ahead and put some Loctite in there because these do have a habit of spinning inside the housing, melting it all. Hopefully that's enough. A bit too loose in there really, so hopefully that's gonna set well. Come on, don't battle me. Now I've got to do the same to the other side. Not gonna film it, so quick away. Boom! That's all back together again. Next up, bent sway bar. Oh, look at that. Totally mangled. Boom! Next up, the battery tray at the back. Look at it, all mangled. So I've got a new one here. Boom! And lastly, we just got to change the tyre, and then I think we can go rip. And a new wheel in. Tell you what, this is a lot easier than gluing. Man, that was way too easy. Oh man, look at that. It looks just as good as new again. Boom, there we go. I got the old body on it so we don't destroy that nice body. It's been snowing here. The first time we can get the laminator out in the snow. Trouble is, Isle of Man's not very equipped for snow. I don't want to crash that because it might not look like it, but this cost almost the same as that. I think it's heavy. So down here the weather is beautiful, but up on the mountain it's probably going to be really snowy. And as we're getting higher up the mountain, the roads are progressively getting worse. That does not look like it's got much grip. Boom, here we are on location. Robbie has got his electric, it was a game over truck, but he's turned it into a Yes Mate truck now. 12S lipos, Max 4 ESC. You saw this in the last video, he's had it all fixed now. New gearbox, new bearings. Let it rip, boy. Oh my God. It's a bit spicy. Oh, nice! Cyclone! Oh, tumblewumble! Oh, that way it's going! Man, that's clearing the snow out of the way for everyone, that is. That's wicked on here, isn't it? Handage, too heavy for footage. How much throttle's that? Oh!
That, quarter throttle?
Really, is that what it is? So this is the one down from top gearing, isn't it? Intermediate gearing. Oh! It's got some power, I'll tell you that. Oh, it's going to blow the tyres off. Oh no! Was that the good body, that one? Oh, dude. Should we get the noisy one? Oh no! What happened? Oh, dude, the bearing's gone. I can see that wobbly. Oh, look at it. I'd stop, dude, because you might be able to save your diff. Those stock bearings, give them any more power, they're going to fail. Hopefully, the new bearings on this one are going to survive. Man, these things are heavy. Ready? Oh, Robbie's giving a hand. All right, cool. Thank you.
We got Kevy.
Earplugs. You want some?
Yes.
carry it, am I?
But why hadn't you started it? Ah, houses.
If you get told off now, I can't run it on the skate park. But if you take it to the skate park and then get told off, at least we've got the footage first.
Boom. Can he get it through the gap? Easy. No zombies.
Challenge is to try and jump it nicely, not break it.
That ain't gonna happen.
You don't reckon?
No.
Purple mist comes and it's just get it now.
Oh!
You have a couple of problems. The brakes have stopped working and the steering trim is way off and I can't centre it.
To the moon, Kevin!
Nice.
Oh, boom!
Trouble is, the brakes have stopped working, and when it goes at that angle, you hit the brakes, it won't level out. So, I don't want to bend the frame again. There's a lot of work to fix it, but solid footage for you guys. Subscribe, like the video, let's go!
Oh no! Oh yes! Yes!
Yes! I think we're going to take it back to the shop, because I'm going to kill it jumping it like that. I've got no control over it. The steering's going that way, the bloody brakes don't work, and the kill switch doesn't work. Oh! That's safe, isn't it?
It's not working!
Kill switch stopped working. Man, look how quick the weather can change. So let's have a quick jet wash, and then let's have a look to see what went wrong with it. Don't forget you can win a brand spanking new one of these for free. Link down below in the description box. Promo code free and you'll get one free ticket. And if you want to up your chances, you can get more tickets. Here we go, all nice and clean, looking like brand new again. So now let's have a look to see why the brakes weren't working anymore and why the steering went all funny. Steering wise, look, it's gone really weak as well. So have a look at that in a sec. Brake wise, look, we pulled the trigger. Look how far that servo moves. I think it just needs an adjustment. So as these brake pads wear, it does become a little bit loose. So we've got a couple of screws here that we can nip up. So I always put some Loctite in there to stop them coming loose. You want to get it tight, but not too tight so it doesn't move. It's probably about perfect there, I would say. The rear ones come loose, but I think I put too much Loctite in here. So when I try and do these up, look, they're so tight they're going to snap. So we might have to get a bit of heat on there to break it off slightly. I could use the weed burner again, but it's a bit close to the fuel tank, so I'm going to use a soldering iron. I'm going to hold it on the part of the aluminium where the thread goes into. Keep that on there for a couple of minutes. It should break off that Loctite. All right, here we go. Ah, see, look, it's turning now. Still a bit tight. Now the same on the other side. Oh crap, I didn't realise that this nipple on the end of the brake thing is actually made of lead. So as I was holding that there, it was melting it. Yep, I think that is about perfect. All right, the brake's on. We've still got quite a bit of slop on the servo end, so what we can do is get a spanner, just wind these nuts in a little bit, and that's going to take that slop out of there. You don't want it too tight, because you want it still to move nice and freely while it's got the brakes off. If you overdo it, you're going to have brakes binding all the time. We'll do the bottom one as well. We want to balance these so they're about the same, really. So whatever play you've got on the top one, you want about the same on the bottom one. Make sure it still rolls lovely. Then the brakes. Boom. Next up, steering. What is going on? So it's got two adjustable servo horns. The idea is that you can perfectly sync both servos together. If it was just a spline with no adjustment, it wouldn't be perfect and both servos would be fighting each other and kill them. So the idea here is that you can loosen these off and just get them perfectly straight, both of them. So what we want to do first, go over to the radio and get that trim all the way to 0. So now we can see how far out it is. Next up, we've got to undo these screws here. Can't get to that last one because of this bumper, so we've got to take the bumper off as well, which is a bit annoying. Now we go ahead and undo all of these screws so that they're a little bit slack. And now look, we can adjust and get these wheels perfectly into the middle. Probably about there. We don't have to get it fully perfect because we do have trim still on here that we can adjust. And then we can go ahead and do the screws up again. servos sound a lot happier now. They're not fighting each other, and we're getting full steering lock both ways now as well. So here we've got the old beat up bashing body, and here we got the Shelf Queen body. So there we go, looking like brand spanking new again. Do you want to win one of my RC cars? Click here. Click here to subscribe and become part of the crew. It's free. Or click here to see one of my other videos.